Hello, welcome to New Earth School. Welcome to today's lesson. Today I wanted to speak about integrity. Why this is important and how it ties into all of it, into everything in life. So, integrity, what does it mean? How do we come to it? How to live in integrity? How to become a person of integrity? And why striving for integrity is what we actually need in this world. So, as you can see, with all the areas of life, no matter what kind of topic you bring up, either it's school, either it's health, either it's pharmacy, either it's law, politics, art, whatever it is, the only problem that we have are not these tools, these areas of life, these subjects, these topics. It's not about it. By itself, it doesn't have any innate value. We are the ones that give it value. Our energy is what it will give it value. From what kind of intention we will use these tools in life, right? So either the intention is fear or the intention is love. That's it. Only two intentions, actually. And if you're functioning from a fear-based intention, then you will be immature, you will be partial, dissociated, and you will be using all these tools, everything that we have in our society from this level of embodiment, of awareness. That's it. From immaturity, right? And if you are embodied, soul embodied, whole, energetically worthy, and have recognized your own value, then you will be mature. You will be acting responsibly. And therefore, everything that you will touch in this life, in every domain that you will operate in work, you will use it for good. You will use it for love. You will use it for connection, for contribution to society. For instance, everything that's happening in this world, it's mirrored in our most closest community, our most closest units of people. For instance, with your neighbor, because maybe there is some problem between you and your neighbor, and you try to resolve these problems, and they don't want to resolve it. They ignore you. They pretend, they lie. They truly bring havoc to the relationship, to the neighboring, to a neighborhood relationship, to the neighbor relationship. They just bring destruction because they are destructive and immature themselves, right? And so because they are like this, then they don't cooperate. They don't cooperate. They just live in their own misery and don't want to cooperate. And for instance, you want to have a kind cooperation with them, and then they don't want to cooperate. They fake it just so this situation passes is over, and then the next moment, the next day, it will happen again. They will not be cooperating. They will bring destruction. And when you will want now then cooperate because they didn't accept your kindness, you will be a little bit more fierce in confronting them. They will try to brainwash you, manipulate you, that you shouldn't be talking like this to them, that you're being disrespectful, but they are just brainwashing you, trying to manipulate you, consciously or unconsciously. It doesn't matter. They are doing that. They are being like that because you already gave them a beautiful way of resolving things. But because they are immature and they don't want to take responsibility for the shit in their lives, they don't want to grow up, even though they are 40 years old, for instance, they will continue behaving like this, being some dependent, immature person, human being, that's constantly on alcohol, for instance, or some kind of drugs, and totally addicted, and not taking responsibility and becoming mature, right? So how can you even communicate and build a relationship with this kind of people? It's impossible. It's fucking possible, truly. I'm still blown away by how many immature people are on this planet, and the fact that we still haven't destroyed ourselves totally. If you look how many immature, unconscious people are on this planet that are just every day indulging into this distraction and destructiveness, into alcohol, drugs, and all this sex and everything that's life, but using it as a distraction from their own problems, running away from themselves. When you see how many people are like this, most of the people are like this, I'm truly amazed, astonished that we haven't already blown everything up. Truly. I'm truly amazed actually how good we are doing, even though I'm a little bit being sarcastic because the life, this community, this world order that we are now in, it's totally destructive. So, but I'm a little bit surprised why we already haven't went to the pieces, right? To just blow up. Maybe it is intended to be like this, right? If you look at it, how to hurt people more, to kill them or to just bring them an everlasting suffering, for instance, right? To a criminal, what you would give. To the worst criminal on the world, what you would do? Would you kill it, or you would bring them suffering, right? If you kill them, you just alleviate their pain. They don't learn anything. They don't pay for anything. They don't contribute, even though they were taking their whole lives, right? If you kill them, you don't gain anything from them, and they don't learn shit. So it is better to bring them suffering, everlasting suffering, so they learn where they are, what they've been doing, so they can evolve and actually start giving back what they took, right? So I just wanted to say that this is the school of New World, New Earth, how actually where I already am speaking from this kind of energy, this kind of world, this kind of state of human reality. And I just wanted to say that I will not be accepting destructive people into New World, into the New Earth. Destructive people that are constantly indulging in distractions, not facing themselves, their own fears, and therefore living in misery, being weak and an addict. I will not be accepting this kind of people into New Earth because they will bring destruction. Then I'm just manifesting the same earth that we are right now in. That's why I made videos about how to leave the bad behind. Check it out. I will link it in the end of this video. How to leave the bad behind. And if you're maybe too lazy to check these things, I have made new video, this one that you're just watching, to help you remember how life can be, how it will be, how it is for some, because the old world is falling apart. And if you will not change, if you are not willing to finally grow up, become serious, so we can finally live in harmony, cooperate, and truly have fun, be spontaneous, because we can make agreements from which we can establish safety on this planet, safety for all, then we have freedom for all, right? People now want freedom, but not being responsible and safety about it. So then that is not freedom. It is freedom for you, but it is destruction for me. So I just wanted truly to say that with all my energy and power that I possess, I demand justice for everybody. Justice as soon as possible for everybody. You will not escape it. And if you want to join me in New Earth, in the new world that's already being created, because some people, we are already a part of it, you are not welcome. You are not welcome. You will have to purify yourself in order to enter in something pure. It's not about perfection. It is just about dedication. Because perfection, who gives a shit about that? But are you willing to face your shit? Are you willing to face everything that you have been running away in this life? Are you willing to be like that? Are you willing to face your hurt from childhood? Are you willing to end your relationship with your parents? Are you willing to end your relationship with your mother and with your father? Are you willing to end this kind of destructive relationship and begin having a mature relationship with your parents, with your caretakers, with your family, with the people in your life and with your neighbors, so we can establish new world, new earth. It will not manifest through politics. It will not. Politics will only be the mirror of that. We, the people, the masses, you listening to this lesson, is the one that will establish new earth, just like I am right now doing it, already being it, in it. People making change, taking a look at the man in the mirror. Listen to Michael Jackson if you don't know what I speak about. The song Man in the Mirror. If you're not willing to change yourself, not in the mind, but in the energy, not where you're performing being good, but you are holistically changed, where you truly have purified yourself from fear, and you don't know how to be any other way now than being fearless, then finally truly being purified from fear, and it's not anymore for you possible to be corrupted by fear, because you have faced it, right? Only in this way you are welcome into the new earth, or if you're just willing to start facing that thing, right? Start facing your fears, starting to walk that path, or already just walking it, right? It's the best. If you are already like into the end of your path, into your funnel purification, like I am, then you're even welcome, not just to join, but to start leading. Because I don't want followers, right? This sounds good. Like when you hear people saying that we don't want followers, this is nice because this means this is emphasizing the importance of individual sovereignty, because only through that we will truly unite, right? And I don't want followers. I want leaders. I don't want all the work. I want that we all work together in leading the new earth. But let's be real. Even though I don't want to be leader, even though I am, but I don't want to have followers. I would like for all of you to be leaders, but let's be totally real. Even though this sounds so good, like you will see in society, people say, I am not a leader. I don't want followers. I want people to become their own leaders. This is great. I also want that. But let's be totally fucking real, right? Most of the people in this world, they either will not grow up in this life, or it will take for them a long time. And so, from some of those people, there will be people that just will reject you, don't want to follow anything except their own misery. And there will be people that will be like this, weak, and will want to follow somebody, right? Because we are not all on the same level of evolution. There are people that are weak, but see some greatness maybe in you and would want to follow you to the safety, because it already recognizes, resonates that, oh shit, this dude really knows what he's speaking about. He is clear, he is grounded, and he is living, he's based in reality, and he can then provide and show me the way to it, right? So there will be followers, because we are not all on the same level. Most of the world population is still blind. So if you are already walking this path, I'm calling you to become the leader of your life and the leader of those that need the leader, because they are still a follower. We are all followers at some point until we become our own leaders and then leaders of others, right? So if you are at this point of becoming a leader, being a leader, start leading. We need you. We need as much leaders as possible. And if you are a follower, it's okay. It is already a sign of strength, you being capable of admitting that you are not already in your power yet, but you are a follower. You resonate with what I speak, what the leaders speak. You start to recognize the importance of growing up, right? To becoming mature. You start to awaken to that, and you want to contribute. So you are the perfect follower ever. The perfect follower ever. This is what kind of followers we need. People that want to change into becoming their own leaders at some point, right? So if you are already recognizing me as somebody worthy of following, this is great. I have also followed people in life. There's nothing bad with it. We all follow at some point. It is normal until we start following ourselves. You follow others because you are learning. You are seeing how following them yourself looks like. And then at some point, when you have cleared yourself and proven resilience to yourself enough, you start depending. Stop searching for validation from the leaders and start depending on your own leadership. Start testing your own power. start facing your own path of you facing the fear of following your own guidance. That's it. So you're very welcome if you're here. Because let's be real, most of the people of the world, they will not follow, because following some greatness means at some point you have to abandon your life of comfort, your life of distraction. You will have to face all of the fear in your life, right? And so the weakest people, they will not do that. They will not follow. They will not become a leader. They will not even become a follower of a genuine leader. They will just become, or they will rest being a follower of destruction, of their own pain. And most of the people will remain like this. So it is very important for you to awaken to that fact and to save yourself. This is why here is the video. It is an alarm for you to face yourself, to change yourself, to leave the bad behind, so you can join those that will survive and actually flourish. We have to be grounded, right? There are people, the followers, that do want to change and those that don't want to. So even though I would like for everybody to become a leader, not everybody will become. So we are not mature. We are not yet ready for a spontaneous freedom, for a spontaneous society. Not yet. We are not there yet. We are not mature at this level where we can just live our own way and everything will be taken care of, right? This is just destruction. We are at the level where we need leaders to join and set a new earth, a new world order, but not this one that is being presented to us by the elite, which is just total abomination. But the new world order set from the enlightened beings, from the leaders of New Earth, from genuine people, from people that truly are the embodiment of integrity. In the full sense of the word integrity. Not integrity as I am performing what I believe in, not that, and still living in fear, but actually facing the fear energetically, embodying your dissociation, embodying your wholeness, and not knowing how to be anything, then that change. There is no more leverage in you because there is no more fear in you for your integrity to crumble. That's it. And even though I look maybe right now too confident or anything, this is how confidence looks like. And this is what our naturality is. It is confidence. It is not weakness. So we need to set up a system that will be based on integrity. And integrity is just something that you achieve by following a truly grounded, holistic spirituality that I speak of in every video. And I will also speak in this one, right? True energetic integrity that cannot break. True power, right? How good is in integrity right now that we know of if it breaks? Integrity means you being whole. But how can you be whole and truly powerful? Because being whole means you have all the power, right? You are functioning from the source, from wholeness, from whole power. This is what wholeness means. But how come it still gets destroyed, right? It is still prone to manipulation, to corruption. How is it possible? Because it is not energetic, it is not embodied. It is just a wishful thinking kind of integrity. But I'm speaking about energetic change, about embodiment, about facing your fears. Check out one of my latest videos where I speak how the ultimate trauma truly is. And the ultimate tool of division in this world is just that the effect of trauma, which is you, no matter what it happened, when it happened, and how it happened to you, the effect that stayed with you is that you are just now, because of all the shit in life, resisting, following, being fearful of following your own guidance, your own power, the current power in your life. That which you have always known to be true for you, that which is genuine to you, that which maybe already screams in you or speaks softly, which is slowly nudging you into facing fear in your life, to start following it. Start following it. Being dedicated to it, to your intuition, to the guidance of God, to the guidance of the Creator, because it is the only method to truly face your fears. It is the only method. So integrity, right? Integrity is the point. The point is to set up the system that will truly operate from energetic integrity so others can have the benefits of living in this kind of system of integrity and at some point reach it, achieve it. That's the point. So until we collectively recognize this kind of message as important and start embodying it, nothing will change. The politics, the healthcare system, pharmacy, school, law, everything will just be a mirror of that, of the masses, of the awakened mass of people. It will just be a mirror of the energy of the planet. Whatever kind of energy the mass of this world embodies, this is what it will be mirrored in our reality. Right now, majority of the mass of the people are very low in energy, very disembodied, very dissociated people. And that's why the world is the mirror. In the internal war is mirrored in reality, right? There is world war, there is like every country has an internal war. So we have war inside the country, between countries, and world war, right? War on all levels. It is just a mirror of the prevalent energy on the planet. And so the masses of people actually dictate how we will be when New Earth will be fully manifested, because it is already manifested. It is manifesting, but it is not fully yet, right? We still have work to do. We don't have enough time to sit around and just chill about it. Any help is welcome. Any help is welcome. maybe just you starting to speak using your profile, your channel on the internet, to start to speak and point out all of the destruction and distraction that's happening on the planet, or some kind of natural ways of healing. It is beneficial, but be very careful that they need to truly come from integrity. Because things that come from integrity, they come from wholeness. And if they come from that, then they can provide wholeness, no matter whatever it is. Maybe it's music, maybe it's health, right? If you're operating from wholeness, then we will have a quality, everlasting, sustainable kind of harmony. But if it's not coming from wholeness, we will just have something to manipulate us and not truly resolve us sustainably. And then we will just be postponing our resolvement for the next few years, right? Let's say some people have some healing modalities that only work for some time, but actually at some point they stop working, right? What the fuck is that? It's just distraction. Like, we need to resolve the things, right? We will never manifest new earth if we will just indulge in some stress relief techniques, stress relief spirituality, because we are then just managing stress, but we are actually staying at the same frequency. We will never manifest like this. These kind of people just are limited and try to survive, so they are willing to sell anything. But these are the kind of people that will stay in the old world. So the new world is about integrity, it's about wholeness, and working from that. So then actually we can truly sustain it. We can sustain then that and have a quality, truly new world, new earth of divine order, right? How will we establish divine order if we are ourselves not being divinely ordered? If we are not taking orders from divine, right? And this always brings me back to the everlasting truth, to the everlasting teaching that I will repeat until I die. Taking order from the divine, right? What does that mean? So in order for you to bring divinity to this planet, divine order, you yourself have to be divine, right? You have to be structured divinely, purified from fear, right? Or at least on the way there, right? So you can only become like that if you are following, acting upon order from the divine. So who is the divine? The divine is the one that has gave us life. It will take it away, and it is providing it every step of the way. The divine, the creator of life, the creator of that which sustains me right now, which allows me to speak to you right now. Without that, without my creator, without our creator, nothing would have been possible. And so the only problem in this life is that we are in resistance to the guidance of our creator. We are in resistance to the guidance of the life force that is provided to us by the Creator, right? I don't know Creator, but I know life because I am that. I am the life, right? So Creator communicates to me through my life, through my individual experience. It speaks through the life energy, through the life force in my whole being, right? Activating me with the sense of more life force when I'm presented with the right choice, with the right direction in life, and so then following upon that guidance. If you want to truly understand what I'm speaking in this video, I really suggest to you to check out the Ultimate Effect of Trauma video. It explains this in detail. Why actually the ultimate effect of trauma and how it all functions is us. We were following our own guidance, because when you're fearless, you're constantly just following the life in you. You're acting upon it, right? You're just being one with life, and therefore you're being full spectrum human. You're being whole. But that triggers those that are not like this, because life triggers life. And then the people that have a layer of fear because they're traumatized and unresolved over that triggered life, and they are too weak to face that, they will just reject you. And because we were rejected when we were following upon our guidance of the Creator, of the life, we were rejected in that. Now we fear it. And this is the only problem in life. The only problem in life is us being rejected when we were following the guidance of life, the guidance of life force, the guidance of our Creator, the guidance of God. We were rejected when we were being like this. And because back then we truly depended on our parents for survival, we rejected ourselves. But people still live like children, like they are still dependent. They are unconscious and automatic, living like this, even though they are not dependent anymore for survival, right? So it's just being aware of this fact and then still facing that imprint, that fear that's still present. It feels like you, when you're facing finally your own guidance in this life, when you're facing what's genuine, present in the moment, expressing that and acting upon it, what is happening is when you truly start doing it, you will be met with fear. And fear means that you will be shaking in the body. You will be shaking in the body. And the point of life is to remain open, to truly be loving, to truly be responsible and mature, where you're open to that, finally following your guidance, being open to that, being open to walking through the fear, accepting, loving even the fear and all of the life force that was beneath the fear, and then expressing it still while being fearful of it and doing it. This is how you come to your power, by starting to follow that power that you possess and face everything that's standing in the way of that power. The fear, right? This is the only problem that we have in life. People are repressed. They still live like these children, immature, living unconsciously and consciously in resistance to them, following their own guidance, because they still live in this imprint of fear for survival, because they were rejected in themselves when their survival was truly at risk, and they're just unaware and functioning immaturely, still living in this repressed state, where because then of living in their own repression. They don't possess the power, so they are then weak, they are then a victim. And somebody that's weak, what does it do? It just lies and manipulates through situations and relationships in the world, because it is not capable of being who they truly are, because they haven't yet faced themselves. So the weak people, the repressed people that still haven't faced their fear in lives, which is you and everybody here, and I also had to do this job, this thing. People that don't live like this, people that are not resolved, they bring destruction to the planet. They indulge in distractions and they bring destruction to the world. They bring destruction, or they just allow it to happen, which is the same thing. Like, who was the problem? Hitler or his army that followed upon every order of his, right? The destructive people are the problem, and those that are so weak that allow destruction to happen. So this is the only problem in the world. This is the only problem in the world. People still living in the same way they had to when they were children, but back then their survival was truly at stake. And now they are just unconscious that they are not actually anymore threatened with survival, but they still live the same way. They repress themselves. They reject their own guidance because they fear being rejected. Even though rejection right now, it will not bring you. It will not risk your life because you're an adult now. You can take care of yourself, right? Integrity. Finally maturing. Finally cooperating with people, within yourself, right? The neighbor that won't cooperate with you, even though you have given them many chances, they don't cooperate with you because they don't cooperate with themselves, because they don't cooperate with God. They don't cooperate with the Creator. They don't follow. They don't align. They don't accept. They don't align what Creator is providing to them and demanding, ordering them in every present moment, every moment of their life. They are given what direction they have to go. They are constantly being given, provided life force, a sense of what they need to do, what is the right thing to do, and they just constantly run away from that. They lie to themselves. They ignore the responsibility of life. That's the only problem in life, nothing else. Why do you constantly drink and smoke your whole day? Your whole day you're being an addict, drinking alcohol and smoking. Right? Why? Every day, whole day. Why? You cannot fool me that you are mature by being like that. Smoking and drinking alcohol, most part of the day, almost every day, it's a sign of addiction. You're an addict. Why you are an addict of these things? Because they are alleviating your pain. You're using that as a distraction to feel good about yourself, right? So why do you feel bad? Why do you feel stressful? Why you don't feel powerful? Because you're not following the guidance of God. You're not acting upon the guidance of the divine. You're not acting upon the guidance of life. You are not following the power that you possess right now and testing that power by facing all of the fear that's in the way of the full realization of that power. That's it. People that have distractions and are destructive in life. I also had distractions. Everybody has, right? When you are weak, you have distractions because you're trying to alleviate the stress and you are not facing your problems, right? So it is normal. This is not a judgment, but it's just a fact. It's a natural way where you are soothing yourself, right? When you are weak, you're soothing yourself. That's why you look at porn. That's why you indulge in irresponsible relationships and irresponsible interactions with people, right? Because you are too weak, you are too hurting, you unaware of that or not, it doesn't matter. This is how you behave, this is how you are. And then you distract yourself. You're too weak to face it. You're too weak to face life as it is. Because you're still acting from this childhood state that you remained in, where you're afraid to follow what you have always known to be true for you, to become like that, because you were rejected. When you were being like that, when you were very young. And now it's just about that. It is just about facing the fear, stop rejecting your own guidance, facing the fear of following your own guidance. What you know to be truly true for you. This is the only thing you need to resolve. And by acting upon it, you are actually embodying that energy that is given to you. So you are directly operating in the realm of energy. You don't have to learn mentally about these things and force yourself and needing to fully intellectually understand every detail of life. You just need to start acting upon the energy that's most alive in you and be guided by it through everything that's in the way of it fully realizing the power in you, right? This is it. If you start being dedicated to this, not demand perfection through discipline, but just be dedicated to this, you purify yourself at some point of fear. You become whole, you become confident, powerful, and self-aware, embodied, grounded, full spectrum being, a leader of yourself, because you were following, first maybe you followed me, then you start following God, and through following Him, you came to yourself. You came to know who you are, the life itself. This is what you are. But you fear it, because when you were life itself, you were rejected. Your survival was threatened by being life itself. And so now you fear being the life. So it's now just about jumping into that, into being life again and facing everything that's standing in the way of it. That's it. It's very simple. Coming to that in embodiment, not in wishful thinking. There is a lot of wishful thinking in this planet. Coming to that through embodiment, through acting, you are resolving everything in this life. Everything. Just as this world is a mirror of our internal state, also in our individual experience, our mind, our behavior, and our body is also the mirror of our soul, of our energetic state. So if you face the fear by acting upon the energetic guidance, you are directly operating and healing, restructuring, purifying your energetic state, and that dictates how your mind is and how your body is. I had 3 autoimmune diseases, ulcerative colitis, everything from stomach down. Falling apart. Ulcerative colitis, every symptom that you can name of. I was just about to get cancer and my gut should be cut away and that's it. I didn't do it, right? Because I realized all of this stuff and I was fasting and I healed almost all of it through the only thing that worked, what I'm speaking right now, right? Your energetic state dictates everything. Yes, there are poisons in life and the elite is poisoning us through everything, but most of the poisoning is already within us. And this body is a truly miraculous machine. It can purify at such a high rate. It can truly regenerate a lot. And me living in this way, even though I tried almost everything this society provides, almost everything. I was truly searching for a solution until I came to this realization, to the complete healing system that's ingrained in life itself. It was invented by God, by Creator. Thank you. The only one that sustainably works, that brings lasting results, that takes you to true harmony, true empowerment on all levels of life. So you acting upon the energetic guidance and then facing all of the fears that stand in the way of you acting upon your guidance. Purifies your energetic state from the fear, and then that is mirrored on your body and on your mind. I have never in my life had such a clear, peaceful, and cooperating mind. Like my mind is clear as a sky, truly, as the natural sky, not the one filled with chemtrails. Like the natural sky, clear as fuck, clear as a day, clear, calm, and not always calm, but aligned with the situation, ready and responsible, being very adaptable and responding accordingly to the moment. It is seeing clearly. And it is a very good servant, a very good tool. And the body that has almost fully regenerated, and it still is regenerating, from 3 autoimmune diseases, which were all really bad. I was falling apart on the physical level. So everything from stomach down is really good. It's resolving so good. I'm like at 80-90% of regeneration of my worst disease. Then I had even psoriasis. Now it is not seen maybe a lot because already a lot. I don't know, it doesn't, probably in this video it is not seen, but it don't matter because I have pictures on the phone of all of my journey. You will see how I was. I had this kind of marks of psoriasis here on my head, on my chin. Really bad, really, really bad. And my gut fully getting destroyed, the worst thing, the most painful thing ever. And also on my nails, psoriasis, and arthritis in my joints. My God, like an 100 years old grandpa falling apart. This is how I was for 15 years. And I've searched, I've done all the parasite cleanses, everything, just living off of fruits, doing all the minerals, everything, doing the methods, the emotional repression methods and all of this mambo jumbo. Everything is a limitation because life, it's already a method in itself. That's why I have created this school, to help you remember that, to destroy all of the delusions that you believe in and are lost in. So truly, all of my disease, my body being the mirror of my energetic state, even though the body is the slowest, most dense of everything in my individual experience. So it is changing most slowly, right? It is changing most slowly. So, but it is regenerating at the highest rate ever. Even though I'm right now not even fasting. I'm not fasting anymore. As I'm not fasting as much as I was, actually. Right now, I'm not even fasting. So, and I'm like feeling really good, right? So I'm just saying that this truly is a complete healing system. It ties into all of life. Everything in our life is a mirror of our energetic state, your body, your mind, and the world around you, your behavior, your interactions with people, your relationships, your maturity, your responsibility, everything. And so just look at the people, right? Drinking all day, smoking all day, immature. It doesn't matter how you behave. I know you're immature. Still watching porn at 60 years old. I know you're immature. It doesn't matter if you have a lot of money and you have wife and kids and maybe you look like a leader of your community. If you're still watching porn, I know you're immature. I know there is no integrity in you. It's impossible. It's impossible to still be indulging in this destruction. Why? You may think that I'm trying to be perfect, but it's not about that. I don't strive for that. Why? Because distractions and destruction takes your energy. That's why. It takes your energy, even though it alleviates stress. It makes you feel better for a short period of time. You actually have to give your energy for it. So what kind of healing technique is that? When you are indulging in whatever you are indulging, no matter what you do, even if it looks so good, for instance, like fitness, right? People are now obsessed with fitness. Whatever you do in this life, if you're doing it as a distraction, it looks like it is alleviating some of the stress, some of the pain in your life, but you're not truly resolving the issue. So you're then just giving your energy to something so you numb yourself. You have to give your energy to this distraction, to this destruction, in order to not face what it is. In order to not face the unpleasantness of life, you have to give an additional source and an additional energy to this destruction and destruction, right? You have to give your energy for it. Even if you, for instance, smoke weed, right? People now in the world think that weed is some kind of healing tool. It's not. It's a distraction. We don't need weed. We don't need weed. I know weed. And it doesn't work. It is just a handicap. It is just a dead end limitation. We don't need it. It doesn't resolve anything. When you're on it, it seems like everything is great. But when you're off of it, after the weed, you feel drained. You feel drained. You had to give your energy to it. Your energy was used when you were on it. Any kind of substance. Alcohol makes you weak. Alcohol drains your energy. Weed drains your energy. I see all these people on ayahuascas and mushrooms. It looks like it resolves something, but at the end, these people are just still lost and drained. I'm so happy if you find a way in this world that works for you, but it will just work for a little bit of time, and I'm happy if it brought something to you, some realization and awakening, and some embodiment, but it doesn't bring a lot. Because I'm looking into this stuff. I see people indulging in this stuff, and it doesn't bring a lot. Truly, following upon the order of God, upon the order of Creator, of that which sustains us, of that of which we are a part of, brings divine order on all levels of life. It resolves all of the mental problems. It resolves depression, which is just a sign of resistance. It resolves all the mental problems, all of the mental invented diseases, all of the bodily diseases. It resolves such an ingrained, lifelong lasting, chronic autoimmune diseases. You know it works for everything. Like my ulcerative colitis, psoriasis, and arthritis didn't go away no matter what I did. Also, just fasting alone didn't resolve it. It truly is about resolving the blockage to life force. And this can only be done in the moment. It is the cause of all, and it is the solution to all. How can all of the levels, how can everything in your life, how can your body, how can your mind be in a state of power, operate from that, if you are in resistance to that? By not acting upon it, upon the power that is being provided to you. How? It is impossible, truly. And if you don't want to listen to me, you will find out the hard way. I also did. It's how it is. If you don't learn the good way, the easy way, you will learn the hard way. And so, I just also wanted to point out one realization that I had, because in this society, No, I will make a new video about it. I will make a new video about it. Okay. That's it. That's it. So you just need a little bit of awareness. You're getting it from this video. And then just be courageous in life. Be courageous. Be courageous in life. And start acting upon what you know to be true for you. Be open to that. Love yourself truly. Be the sign of that, of love, of power. All the way, even when all the fears present to you, walk through them, face them, feel them fully. Prove to yourself that you are indestructible by allowing yourself to remain soft and open through it all. That's it. How are you going to come to the state of an open heart if you're not being open in the face of everything that you have to face? How are you going to manifest an open heart if you're not now willing to be open and be dedicated to that? Do you think that it will just happen at some point? At some point, I will just be like this or become like that, or something will happen to me where I will become like that. No, nobody is coming to save you. You have to become dedicated to being open. Open to the resistance of following yourself, what you have always truly known for yourself to be true, and then remaining open through it all. Love yourself fully. I have already done that, and I'm still doing it. I will never go back. It's impossible. You cannot convince me to go back. Life is so good like this. And it's not even about having an awesome, always happy life, high vibe life. It's not about that. I don't care about that. What I do care is about openness, about resilience, because I don't know what life will bring me. But are you open enough to go through it? Are you resilient? Have you proven enough resilience to yourself where you know that you can meet life as it is? And finally, leave all of the bad behind. That's it. See you in the next video. Bye.